Hi guys, welcome to another episode of In A Swank Way. Today we have Kajal and Niraj with us, who are founders of Sbooch, the kombucha that they call the new culture they want to build in India or maybe worldwide. So Niraj and Kajal, please tell us more about kombucha and your brand.
As we all know, kombucha is something which not many of them are aware about, especially in India. Yes, having said that, it's a $3 billion market globally. But in India, more than I would say 98% and above population have not even heard about what kombucha is. Forget drinking. And that's the challenge, but that's the potential what India is at large the market is for something as clean or as natural drink. So that's where that's what the market is. That's a challenge, but that's a great opportunity for some. I mean, that's a great opportunity for a beverage like this in India, where people are now moving and getting conscious about what they consume and something which is as clean and natural.
True. I think adding on to what he's saying, uh, like he just mentioned, there are not many, I would say more than 90% of people in India are not aware about what a kombucha is. Bringing that awareness, to bring that awareness, we very, minutely gone into creating flavors which can touch their palate. So we really don't want to keep talking about a kombucha. We want to try reaching out to people by letting them understand and have fun with the palettes they like, the Indian culture, the Indian flavors with the kombucha in it. And yeah, that's all Sbooch about.
Niraj.
Yes.
But why kombucha?
So kombucha, okay, I'll tell you. Have you ever had kombucha?
Yes,
Tushar?
I did.
Great. So as you already had, tell me, do you like to consume kombucha often?
Not really. One of the, I mean, I drink it when I feel, my stomach is upset, and
There you go.
because one of the things that what I don't like kombuchas is the live bacteria they have, and when you see them floating in your glass.
Can I say you don't like maybe the taste?
No,
Is
I
that
do
one of the
like taste.
factor?
I prefer to have berries and
Okay.
taste, but that is one of the turn off when I see the live bacteria.
Absolutely.
Okay.
And that's one of the reason why people, not just like you, but globally, has a hesitancy of having it on a daily basis
Right.
or a lifestyle drink. The reason being, one, something which you see. Second, the taste. Third, just getting into the dynamics, the shelf life. It doesn't have more than 5 to 7 or max 8 months shelf life in most of the
But why so?
kombuchas.
Because like it is also one of the fermented drinks, and they say like if the drink is fermented, they should not have any shelf life.
No, that's it. Usually has the shelf life. Like I'm sure, as you know, kombucha. Do you know what is kombucha first?
I know it is kombucha.
What is it?
It is like fermented tea, right?
Perfect. So, as you rightly understand what the kombucha, for the viewers and many of them who don't even know what kombucha is, like when we ferment milk, we get curd slash buttermilk. When we ferment barley, we get beer. Same way, when we ferment tea, which is chai, we get kombucha. And that's just for the insights. It's one of the oldest drink in the history of mankind. It goes back 5,000 years
I
ago.
think it is originated in China or Japan.
It's from It's from Japan. Kambu is a Japanese word, and that's where the Japan and China are the bringers or the originators of kombucha. It's basically an East drink, and that's when, because of course they are tea lovers, and so was India until the coffee culture just hit in few years back. And I'm sure we are going to bring in the kombucha culture soon as well.
And when you talk about kombucha culture, so what kind of culture that you want to bring in?
So great. So okay, one thing while I just get into the kombucha culture and the potential of the culture, Tushar, if I ask you one question, you're always on the move. You keep on traveling. You go out with your family. You go to supermarket with your family. Tell me one beverage which you want to pick up from the shelf, which has zero colors, and I'm not using any marketing jargons. Zero colors, essence, preservatives, chemicals, or not loaded with sugar and refreshes you.
I guess none.
Except water.
Okay. But I think at times like even water tastes different, even if
in most of
Yeah.
them. Nowadays,
Yeah.
there are multiple
Minerals.
brands and multiple options in water as well. But that's ideally the reason that in 1.6 trillion beverage market, which is globally, we do not currently can think. I mean, we can't think of just one drink which is unadulterated and not loaded with sugar and can have it on a regular basis. That's where the potential lies of Sbooch. That's where the potential lies of
how
kombucha.
Sbooch is not adding any preservative and still sustainable.
So that's something which is giving us or has given a lot of confidence. One is the team, what we have. The team is something which has given a lot of boost because we, of course, did our research like what are the constraints? One in the beverage landscape, second in the kombucha at large, because many players have entered into kombucha space and we do want to offer, and everyone is moving towards the same vision that they want to offer a clean and unadulterated drink. The benefit to us is because we have Chef Niyati on board. So Chef Niyati, who leads Ekka, which is one of the top 100 restaurants in Asia, and for 2 consecutive years. And Ekka is in leading run for achieving huge new highs and success. Chef Niyati leads that, and it's an ingredient-based restaurant. And that's where we transform the experience of our expertise of creating ingredient-based culinary and cuisines into the product, which is Sbooch. So we have 6 amazing flavors, which you have never heard of. I'm sure Kajal will give you some insights on what are these flavors and how we have transformed it.
So there are 6 flavors currently that we've launched. 6 different cultures of India, very unique and very different from what people have generally drank in a beverage. To name a few, we have Koshimbir, which is a salad in a bottle. That's an ode to Maharashtra that we're giving. There is Rasam, which is Tamil Nadu. Yes. We have Naga pepper, which is from Nagaland. We have rice and pandan. That's an ode to Odisha. And then we have Gor Keri, which is, of course, relating to Gujarat. So we have different flavors that we've curated in the bottle. And to come to your point when you're talking about why create a culture, we're actually trying to create a community here. A community where we have a 5-year-old to a 95-year-old grandfather or a grandmother. Because kombucha can be drank by a 5-year-old to a 95-year-old.
Really?
So, yes, that's a USP. I mean, the very core reason for me and Niraj to actually go ahead and create something like this was for us to give something to our parents and to our children at the same time, the same product was very difficult.
But what made it possible? Like a 5-year kid can have kombucha.
So, yes, I'll answer that because see, Tushar, it's a naturally fermented fizzy drink. We have curd, buttermilk, which we prefer, and it's a it's a probiotic, which we prefer our kids to have on a regular basis. Similarly, when we ferment tea, it is a staple drink or a regular daily lifestyle drink in East, where people over here are not even are aware or known about the fact. And hence, we are trying to bring in some good things into our lifestyle. We want people to understand like this is one thing which we can add it into our daily lifestyle, whether it's a kid while going and having early morning breakfast along with it, while people into a corporate culture when they are going and they are working towards on their daily start and they want to consume. It's a caffeine free drink, it's a vegan drink, it's a gluten free drink, and what better than it's a gut friendly drink. I mean, imagine a drink which is refreshing, which is tasty, which also is completely natural without any artificial flavors. As she rightly mentioned about the flavors, we have tulsi and lemon of Uttar Pradesh. We put real tulsi and lemon from fermentation to brewing to bottling. I mean, no artificial flavors or colorings added. That's the USP what Sbooch is coming in with.
And that flavor is something that we've actually curated specially for the kids. Because kids have this thing about lemon, tangy, tulsi.
Citrusy,
So
yeah.
the whole idea behind creating this flavor when we sat with Chef Niyati was we wanted to keep something for kids in mind. One flavor that can go very well. And we see that. The kind of testimonials we're getting from our parents that our kids are loving that flavor is what gives us more confidence and encouragement to kind of go ahead and make more flavors for kids.
And I think Kajal, you're also part of Peekaboo, right?
Yes.
And a lot of kids and parents are involved there. Like, what is their feedback?
So we've introduced Sbooch at Peekaboo.
Okay.
I think it's the only play area currently in
I think
Mumbai.
they are at Peekaboo, right?
Yes, which is serving Sbooch. And yes, we're getting great. That's why I said, I am here. I talk to parents. I see children drinking, and we see the feedback that we're getting. Parents are actually telling us that rather than giving them sugary Tetra Pak drinks or, anything which is not good for them. I mean, even if you make a milkshake, let me tell you, it has loads and loads of sugar in it. There's going to be ice cream and a lot of different things to it. So yes, we're getting a great feedback from our little ones, our little humans around us, and
I'm still not
that's
believing
giving
that,
us.
like, kids are consuming kombucha because
My kids
I feel
consume.
Our kids consume
even if
daily.
I introduce to my friend circle, they look at it who are non-alcohol. They look at it like it's an alcoholic drink kind of.
True.
They don't believe it.
In fact, we've got the feedback and we were amazed to receive that. I'll share one of the candid feedback. One of the parent had posted it that while they were traveling and her daughter had a nausea while on the move. Because the person had a Sbooch at that time while they were traveling, luckily, they feed her Sbooch and in next 20-25 minutes, she was feeling great. It's a natural antioxidant. It's an immunity booster, and we were amazed, and we told the parent that please post this kind of a positive feedback or review to create the awareness. And as you are also so shocked or maybe surprised that how kids, in fact, this is one drink which is a guilt-free drink, because even today when my kid go to a party or somewhere, I am worried that what will I give him or her at night to make sure he doesn't have a cough or cold. This is what better than Sbooch when you can consume it any time of the day.
It's an initiative, Tushar. We've kind of
I'm really
got
happy,
into
there is something on the
shelf.
Yeah, on the shelf, and the taste or palette that you are introducing for all the generations, I would say,
Absolutely.
Yes.
and everyone can celebrate together.
And this is what we want people to create awareness. And thanks, Tushar, for having us today, because we want people to get the understanding, get educated, get informed about what options are available for them on the shelf. And trust me, one a day from a 95-year-old, from a 5-year-old to a 95-year-old, it can definitely boost their immunity. It can work as a natural antioxidant. I mean, why to have something which is adulterated around us?
And to be very honest, Tushar, post-COVID, especially post-COVID, the kind of shift in people's mind we've seen. Everybody's very conscious of what they're putting in their mouth. Now, like Niraj mentioned, with Food Farmer and people like that who are actually promoting for people to look at the label Padega India. That's his campaign that he's running, and that's working so well. I mean, people are actually now, I mean, as a parent, when I go to a store, I make sure when I'm buying something for my children, I kind of have a look around what's there inside before feeding our children. So that shift in people's mind is slowly and gradually
People are moving to
happening in
organic
India.
stuff.
And we feel that's the reason is the right time for us to enter the market right now, where we can also kind of give that kind of confidence and kind of product to parents or people around who can get this as a regular habit in their
So
lifestyle.
when did you launch Sbooch?
So, Tushar, we launched Sbooch just 2.5 months back. It's a fairly new, young baby on the block. We are getting good traction, engagement, good awareness. We have a great team, which I was mentioning too. Chef Niyati is helping us creating flavors. We have good partners in growth. We have the director of head India of Morgan Stanley. We have CFO of Aditya Birla. We also have Mr. Sunil Shetty, who is the partner in growth. And it's just not the face, he's part of the venture in growing this business. And he's been a great help. He's one of the person who have believed in the vision of Sbooch at a very early stage when we were just in the making of the product. And coincidentally, that's when he tasted it and he was in love. Knowing him, he's a fitness freak, he's a health freak. And to be honest, at the age of 63, he can give any of us a conscious boss the discipline what he has on his daily diet, his daily routine, his exercise, fitness, he takes it seriously. And that's what gave us a huge motivation. When someone like him has given that kind of aid or that kind of boost or confidence on the product, that was an initial boost factor for us as well.
And like you mentioned, Sir was on board at a very early stage. So throughout the whole journey, it wasn't that he was there. He was always actively involved. You know, we would get his voice notes and messages. Niraj, ye kar de. I think this flavor is bang on. You know, those kind of feedbacks when we used to get from him as well. That kind of really encouraged us that, you know, I think we're doing the right thing in the right way.
And that has always helped.
Yeah. And one interesting question.
Please.
Why Sbooch? The name, the brand name.
So that has taken a lot of time.
Good.
Good, really interesting question, because Tushar, that many of us ask us, and to be honest, it is one of the thing which has taken a significant time in our process of reaching where we are currently with Sbooch. The name, because that's the identity of the brand. We wanted three things. One, we wanted to have a name which is easy, which is one word, which does not have any baggage or the meaning to it. Especially, I will give you some examples. People are getting, because that helps at large when you're creating a brand. From the world of Swiggy, Zomato, Zepto of the world, which people have not heard of before. But there is a reason for it. When I give you, or when I come up with a name which has a pre-packaged understanding or a meaning to it, it restricts the brand to an extent. Plus, we wanted, okay, one more important thing. Why Sbooch? In a global term, booch, B-O-O-C-H, is slanged for kombucha.
Like, did you have kombucha today? They would say, did you booch today?
So the booch is a slang for kombucha globally, and we wanted to have some integration of the name. And what better than just adding a S and making it Sbooch? So now if I tell you 2.5 months back, if you would have Googled Sbooch, you would have found Smooch. But now if you Google Smooch, you will see tons of articles, and we made Sbooch out of it. So that's what makes Sbooch right now. And it adds to the fun, it adds to the boldness, it adds to the quirkiness.
Great. Yeah, it is very quirky, and like first time you're definitely going to think of Sbooch,
Register
not
it.
Sbooch.
It is a tongue twister.
Yeah.
It is a tongue
So it was
twister.
quite a risk, let me tell you. I mean, when we kind of did the name, we sent it to our friends and family, you know, guys, do you like it? You know, what are the feedbacks? You know, most of it, 90% of the feedback that we got was that, you know, yaar, ye reh jata hai. Matlab, you know, we kind of stuck onto the name. You know, it's quite, there is a little twist to it, you know. Even Sunil sir, we've had a good time, you know. We've such had a banter with him where till date Niraj keeps on teasing him, sir, ek bar spooch bol ke dikhaiye. And they have this real fun, you know, thing between. So that's the uniqueness of the name that we wanted to bring in.
And when we talk about a new brand, when you're launching, of course, there must be a lot of challenges for you guys, because kombucha itself is a new thing for everyone. So what were the challenges, and how you overcome it?
So I'll tell you, yes, kombucha, as we rightly discussed, Tushar, is one of the oldest drink. Having said that, it's a huge culture in US and outside, where people are moving towards a kombucha or consuming kombucha for the health reasons and the gut cleansing.
Is it that they are choosing kombucha over tea?
Many,
Yes.
because I'll tell you, kombucha is growing market. It's one of the drink which people are understanding the significance of. But we don't want to position this as a health or medicated beverage. I'll tell you, because there is a lag, which we discussed. There is a gap in the market which does not have a clean drink first, a refreshing drink or lifestyle drink on a regular basis. If I tell you right now, if you're a non-drinker, are you a non-alcoholic or you drink alcohol?
I do.
You drink
At
alcohol.
times.
Okay. So there are many people who are non-alcoholic, and even if they want to consume something on a regular basis while they are at event or while they are at party or even on their daily routine, there is nothing. Tell me one drink, as I asked you, or there is nothing. Why? Because even if you want to consume anything except alcohol, it's full of sugar or some of the adulteration. And that's where the bridge or the gap is filled with Sbooch. Because Sbooch comes up with a refreshing new culture where from a young one, Gen Zs, from the corporate people, from the daily routine, from the health enthusiastic, and for people who are even seniors can drink it on a daily basis. But creating awareness, as you rightly mentioned, is a big challenge. Now, because more than 98% population, which we discussed, are not even aware about kombucha, that's where we bring in a motto, or we are bringing in as the message for people to create that awareness and get that education coming out. Like, what are the options? Of course, Sbooch is on the runway while we are promoting this kombucha culture. But I'm sure something, it's not very far. 10 years back, people didn't know about energy drinks. There was hardly one energy drink which people used to consume on a regular basis, and that was considered as a premium. Now there are tons of energy drinks in the market. Again, we don't have any issues where people are consuming it on their daily, but people are worried about the sugar content which they are
No,
consuming.
actually, they are replacing even the energy drinks or soft drinks. They are
Yes.
replacing with zero sugar drinks.
Absolutely, absolutely. But there are certain things or elements which is it's irreplaceable. I mean, if I tell any drink which are available which has zero adulteration, we hardly find any. And that's when the essence or the existence of kombucha or existence of Sbooch comes into the picture. So the challenges which we are facing, or which we are going to face right now, is creating awareness and informing people about kombucha, because that's what it lacks currently in the market, in the audience. Having said that, we are one of the largest consuming nation in the world, and not many have heard about kombucha. So that's what is a challenge, but I would say
Plus
it's
an
An
opportunity for
opportunity.
you guys.
absolutely. That's what is giving us a great opportunity. Because if I ask you, Tushar, tell me one product or a one beverage which is over $3 billion of market cap globally, and India, more than 98% of people have not even heard of it.
Okay. And I would also like to know about the proper history. Of course, we might have research. So how that is, I mean, then you got into the flavors which are for India. So yeah.
History of kombucha is what you're
Yes.
asking. Uh, very candidly, even we were not very aware about the product till we once were sitting with Niyati in Eka, and we were just doing some trials for food and beverages and everything. And she'd curated a kombucha right there inside the kitchen of Eka, and we tasted it, and it just tasted fantastic. And that's where Niraj kind of got very curious to understand about the product, and he kind of started researching about it, what is kombucha all about and how does it. And then we sat across and he discussed about the overall benefit of the product, how good it is for the health. And to add to that, it is not known in India. Like, we were also not aware of it. That's where the journey started for us.
So I'll just add one more point to that. It is one of the oldest drink in the history of mankind, which goes up to 5,000 years ago. And that's how old kombucha is, or the existence of kombucha is. And as she rightly said, we are inventing the kombucha culture with the Indian taste and culture.
Then we kind of did a little Reiki and understanding in the current market in India, the current kombuchas, where we realized the gap. We thought that if we can create something which can hit a Indian's palate in a very nice way, not making them uncomfortable about the drink, and let them enjoy the drink as a drink, not as a health drink or a fermented drink or anything like that. We wanted the people to accept the drink in
Absolutely.
a way where it is, wow, this is a tasty drink, yet there's no guilt about putting loads and loads of sugar or anything in. That's where the journey started, and then Niyati curated the flavors for us, and Sunil sir came in the picture. We created a great team on board, and I guess, yes, that's the result you see in front of you right now.
How is it possible that without seeing those live bacteria you made this pot, like, which
That's
is
very
very clear
important.
and transparent?
So I'll tell you, that's what it's making Sbooch unique, and including not just unique, the flavors are intact and the shelf life is also being worked upon. We have a patent applied process, because of which the last stage of the filtration, takes care of the live bacteria after infusing the benefits of kombucha intact into the bottle. And that's where we have maintained the shelf life. At the same time, we have come up with a clean product where we do not make the drinkers or consumers feel that they're having something which is live. One. Second, it's a naturally fermented fizzy drink. Third, the sugar quotient is as less as 1 to 4 grams depending on the flavors per 100 ml servings. And that is what is making it even more unique. Plus, the sugar which is used is a natural cane sugar. We have not done any added sugar or any adulteration to that. Moreover, it's a clean drink. We are using farm produced ingredients and fresh ingredients and spices to make the flavors also. And that's where the premiumness, the boldness, and the quirk with the name is all infused together to come up with Sbooch.
Just to add on to him, Tushar, that's a great question you asked, because this question, we've had feedbacks and we've had people telling us that, a kombucha without live bacteria is of no good. Well, that's a myth. And it's really good that in this platform you've put up this question. It's not like that.
We have to balance it with the taste, because I'll tell you, the major constraint of kombucha, why we have not able to grow this as a lifestyle drink, is because one of the major reason is taste. People don't like the taste. And if we can come up with a blend of both the things, I'm sure it's going to help not only Sbooch, but all the kombucha players and the market at large for the consumers. Because even after knowing that how adulterated the aerated drinks are, the energy drinks some of them are, and how harmful it can turn out, people still consume it on a daily basis. They do not refrain from consuming it while they're having the junks of the world from pav bhaji to choles. Having said that, if I'm able to offer something which is much better, cleaner, natural, plus works as an antioxidant and immunity booster, why not to bring it to the lifestyle? Why not to create the unique flavors? At least it's not harming it. It's completely natural. And that's what we are bringing Sbooch with the new culture.
And the last question for you guys is about your vision as a brand. Like, how do you see, like, what's the future of kombucha or Sbooch?
So I'll tell you, Sbooch, we have our vision or our mission in place. We have our vision in next 1 year, 6 months, 1 year. We have panned out what we want to achieve in coming time. The first and the foremost thing which we have envisioned is to create the awareness.
Right.
To create the awareness in the smart way, to create the awareness with the engaging way, to create the awareness of kombucha first. Because at large, we have a benefit of creating a new category in our beverage segment. Of course, as you rightly we discussed that it's a challenge, but it's a great opportunity for Sbooch or kombucha to penetrate the market as big as India. And we want to create the first level of, in next 1.5 year, the first goal which we have set is to create at least that 40-50% of the unaware population of India, to create that awareness, to bring them insight and importance and significance of what kombucha is at large, what Sbooch can bring to their lifestyle, how they can add it to their daily lifestyle. For non-alcoholics, they can drink it as a standalone drink. For alcoholic, for people who consumes alcohol, they can use it as a mixer, one of the healthiest mixer which people would love to have. For kids, from seniors, from health enthusiastic. Having said that, even if we go to a coffee shop, we might end up spending 300 to 400 rupees of a coffee, which is a dehydrated drink. Sorry for all the coffee lovers, but including my wife and I.
Know it, but
Yeah,
still we
it's
consume
dehydrated. Still we consume it. We don't mind spending a few bucks on that. And in fact, I'm offering something which is going to help them on a daily basis, or boost their daily tempo, or boost their daily immunity on regular basis. So I want to add Sbooch. The vision is I want to make people this as their daily lifestyle drink. I want them to be part of, whether it's kids or seniors, I want them to be in their regular daily diet. Whether it's pre-lunch, post-breakfast, pre-dinner,
Anytime
post-dessert, anything, AM to PM, we want Sbooch to be their part of their life.
So currently in India, Tushar, the market, kombucha is very regionally available. You would not see a particular brand maybe which is available pan-India. So the vision is that, like he
Yes,
mentioned,
because I have
we
come
want to
across some
reach out to the
kombuchas
mass.
are, locally,
Yes.
produced and
Yes.
served locally only.
Yes. So that is a challenge currently. There is no product, no kombucha product and brand in India which is kind of serving pan India. Very few that you name on. So the vision definitely is that we want to grow pan India, where we can reach out to.
And I think like people from outside India, they are also appreciating our local palate. So if they are liking that, of course,
Absolutely.
kombucha will be added.
Yes.
That's the
for them.
plan. We want to reach out to outside audience as well. We want to reach out to other
Yeah,
countries.
imagine you're giving rasam in like a bottle and
It would be a hit.
Absolutely.
People would love it, I'm
Yeah.
sure.
That's
Yes.
the plan. That's the plan.
And I think our viewers can help you guys out. Please have it, drink it, share it with your friends, family, and share your feedbacks. Put it in the comment box. If you have any suggestions for any flavors,
Absolutely.
any changes, anything, just put it in the comment box. And before that, please tell us where it is available to buy.
Sure, everyone can smooch it on our website, which is www.sbooch.com. You will find one of the most unique website in India, which people might have not seen in the FMCG space. We are also available Pan India Nature's Basket, Food Square. We are also available on Amazon. In fact, we are just rolling a special inaugural Amazon offer for all the smoochers. So they can visit amazon.in and buy the Sbooch of the flavor of their choice. And we are pan India available. It will be delivered to your doorstep from our website as well as from Amazon and Flipkart.
Yep. And please comment. We'll give you special discounts.
Absolutely.
And share these videos with your friends, families. And do reach out to us. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank
Thank
you.
you, Tushar.
Thank you,
Kajal.
Tushar.
Thanks for your time.
Thank you
Thank
so
you.
much.